That's all that came with inquiry. But I never gave up on the investigation. Even everybody else stopped digging. I knew we were at a war and that people are dying left and right. But that's no reason to turn a blind eye to crime. So that's it, Commander. Another Crusader has just gone missing. He left the barracks to come here. He would have gone past the gates. My gut tells me that the killer won't keep him alive for long. So, Commander, let's start searching this area right now and try to find out where he's been taken. This is very saucy. Not my Bitcoin. Dude, it would be so funny if someone donated 1 Bitcoin to me as a prank. Like, I'd give it back immediately, of course, but like, if someone just gave me a Bitcoin, this is like a joke on stream. This is all quite unexpected. Death often shows up when you least expect it. It's not like I picked the timing. Tell me about the missing Crusader. He's the youngest son of a poor nobleman from Endaline. He's called something like Rillick or Rillac. He's young, barely out of the nursery, and he decided that he was a man now, and so off to war he went. You know how it goes. The guy probably just went out to get some fresh air. Do you know who the murderer is? I don't have a clue. Maybe this answer comes too quickly, her gaze dropping before she can force herself to meet her eyes. What are you not telling me? I'm telling you the truth and nothing but the truth. I have my own theories, sure, but nothing concrete, so it's best if I keep my mouth shut on that front. Because the murder is going to be like Camellia or something? What makes you think you can issue or, alright, I'll search for the Crusader. The guy probably just went out to get some fresh air. He'll stroll back any moment. What's the point of raising an alarm? Listen, Commander, do you trust me or not? Alright. Get going then. He passed the gates and took a right. Ask around. Check the buildings. But I thought that was the gate. Down here then? Did I already ask about this? If I just scream "ah" for 5 minutes and rip all the hair out of my body, will that count as an answer to your question? I've always been a loner as much as anyone can be in a tribe, sure. I was never left out of any birthday parties, but only out of courtesy. I got used to caring only about myself, but now the entire tribe is my responsibility, and I'm expected to feed them, teach them, heal them, settle their disputes. Sometimes I feel like I'm going insane, I can't do anything right. And sometimes I take a breath, look around, and everything seems to be working. No one's died, no one's crying or eating dirt, which means I've done alright. But look who I'm talking to. You understand it just as well as I do. What's it like being a commander? I don't think I like any of these are very carry, but if I just scream "ah" for 10 minutes, will that count as an answer? Alright, let's pick a time and we'll scream together. I think we both need it, sure. Okay, she said she... Oh, over here somewhere? Maybe?
Follow if you dare.
Hear my muffled sighs coming from the next room. Oh, wah. Oh, Camellia?
How lovely to see you here.
Hearing steps behind her, Camellia whips around and freezes. She glances at the bloodied dagger in her hand and then the dead body at her feet. She says evenly, her lips quivering for a fraction of a second before settling into an unimpeachably polite smile. What's going on here?
Socorus is an ancient land. The spirits of these places have spoken to people since time immemorial, and some of those people heard them and were able to respond. The shamans of Socorus were always held in high esteem. They knew the will of the spirits, the will of the land itself. Many Kelids would come to the shamans to learn what the spirits desired in order to gain their support.
Wait for her to continue.
When the world wound opened and the demons poured into Golarion, they drowned Socorus in blood. The earth moaned as it soaked up the blood of Kelids, crusaders, and demons. The spirits drank this blood. slowly becoming deranged and turning into incarnations of madness and pain.
Don't know yesterday if you've seen this scene or not. I hadn't seen this yesterday, I guarantee you.
Look what Sarkoris has turned into. It's an open wound on the body of Galarian. The world wound has changed it beyond all recognition. And the spirits, these poor creatures have been corrupted. Twisted by war, they moan and they howl, but only shamans can hear their senseless cries of agony.
We waited an entire month for this. I guess spam waiting was a good thing. I should maybe just let some more days pass before I do anything.
I am a shaman. Maria, the spirit I am bonded with, is mad and can speak of nothing but her endless hunger for blood. I give her what she asks for. I feed her the blood of crusaders.
Say my name.
The spirits of Sarkoris can no longer speak to shamans. All I can hear is the cacophony of their howls, screams, and laments. But there is a way to restore their sanity. By performing rituals. Bloody but effective rituals. When the untainted blood of the Crusaders cleanses the corruption that Maria fed on for centuries, the spirit will regain her sanity, and I shall be able to speak to her. I shall be able to ask her advice, to find out how we can heal the world wound. Tell me, isn't this knowledge worth a handful of lives?
This is your first or even second victim, is it? How many have you killed?
Too few. Maria's hunger is still so great. Her pain cannot be soothed by a single victim. But success is within my grasp. I can feel it. It is even possible that today's victim will be the last.
She talks like a girl in high school with a high GPA doing a presentation about the environment or other important topics. I get that vibe for sure. Who is she? This is Mireille of yours.
Forgive me, I forgot to make the introductions. This is Maria. Or rather, this is her home. Or her prison, to call a spade a spade.
I wish I had Ulbrich here to help me with this.
I caught this spirit a long time ago, and I tried for so long to speak with it. My little demented ball of rage. I felt compelled to bind it to this amulet, just temporarily, until I worked out how to help it. If I am to be fully honest, her name, Maria, is of my own devising. She is not yet able to speak to me, but I still needed a name to call her by.
How do you think your methods will work?
I do not think. I know. I sense things many people cannot. I can infer what the spirits want. For example, there is one spirit hanging over your left shoulder as we speak. It came to enjoy Maria's victim. Can you sense its hunger? Spirits are akin to animals. You cannot bring a hungry dog to heal. You cannot stroke a hungry cat.
What? I can do both of those.
To speak to a spirit, you must first feed it. It is not their fault that after so many years of torment, the only thing that can satisfy their hunger is blood.
Ugh.
My ritual will work. I did not read about it in books or learn it from some wizened teacher. You could say that I invented it myself, with Maria's help. I just know that it will work, sooner or later. I can feel it.
What exactly are you hoping to learn from this Mireille of yours?
The world wound cannot be allowed to poison all the lands of Galarian. The spirits of Sarkoris know this better even than you and I. They may know how to heal it. And if not, then perhaps they will know how to eradicate it quickly and painlessly. We're fighting against demons. It is a just cause. But imagine we win and the demons vanish for good. Do you think the world wound will vanish along with them? That it's something we can defeat with weapons? That it won't burst open again at some point in the future like an old festering abscess? I am thinking of the future of these lands, of how to heal them and restore them. Would you not agree that a few Crusaders' lives is a price worth paying?
What's this young man? Your victim.
He's the youngest son of a noble from Mendiv. I believe his name was Rillick or Relic. I think the dolt was in love with me. He was
That's why
ever
his
so
pants
eager
are-
to come with
are
me to
off?
this house. One hint was all it took.
I don't think he has underwear on, but I don't think he has a penis either. He looks like a Kendall.
He is of no interest to me. Maria wanted his blood, so I sacrificed him. The rest is immaterial.
Alright, so what are you proposing?
My ritual is not yet complete. I have made the sacrifice. Now I just have to let Maria drink the blood. Will you allow me to complete the ritual?
She cut his dick for Mireia? Jesus. Okay, so... Dude is already dead. This guy's already a goner. And she's already murdered people. And now all she needs to do is just finish the ritual. This is like one of those, like, if I let her do it, either it's gonna make her even worse, it's gonna unleash some crazy evil in the world, or whatever. Or if I let her do it, she will see reason and be like, oh my god, what have I done? As she isn't possessed by the spirit anymore. But then again, if I stop her from doing it, then, you know, maybe she'll be like, oh, you're right, I did do evil, and this isn't worth it. I don't know what's the most Kiryu answer here. It's not... Is it just attacking her? Like, I don't know. But she's a woman, I can't punch her. Even if I want to do, I can't do that. I think I'm leaning towards just stopping it here. Like, she's already... sort of taken this so far, but maybe you know, I'm from a Endaline perspective, I'm interested to see what happens if I let her go through with it. Okay. Oh. I think I'm leaning towards option 2 here. And the line is leaning option 1, but Kiryu I feel like would lean option 2. I can't attack her, she's a woman, so option 3 is out the window. I just don't see Kiryu being like, alright, well, you already murdered these people, you might as well commit your demon summoning ritual. I feel like 1 is so interesting here, though. I feel like if I let her do the ritual, that would like irrevocably change her alignment or something, you know? Not that I think she was able to begin with, maybe, but... Swear that you will stop the killings and I will spare you. This time.
What a pain. But if these are your terms, then I agree. You know, when I saw you standing there, I thought my life would end tonight, but you spared me. Thank you. I would like to speak with you a little later. Please come and see me. No need to be shy, for I have no more secrets to keep from you. Now, we should leave this place. You go first. I will follow in a few minutes.
I will follow. I surely won't do the ritual. Wink, wink. Where's their alignment again? Oh, undetectable. No sex for you then.
I do what I must.
You know what, chat? I'm gonna have sex with you right now. I wouldn't have sex with her anyway. I already have a girlfriend, and her name is Aura Shale. Neva stretches like thin yawns, but her eyes are fixed on you. Well, Commander, have you solved the problem? I'm doing it right now. First, tell me honestly, what exactly do you know about this crime? Crime? What crime? Aniva says with a smirk before becoming deadly serious. Listen, Commander. I was just using my brain, following certain individuals, listening to what people were saying on the street. I had my suspicion, but what are suspicions worth on their own? Nothing. I didn't have any proof. I'm not Erebeth. I'm not gonna go digging for the truth. Because if I dug deep enough, the Knight Commander would be down a companion. Smack bang in the middle of a war. How would that help anything? I'm not gonna be the one to scupper this crusade, so I'll be keeping my mouth shut. Aniva speaks slowly, staring into your eyes. I trust that you will handle this in whatever way is best for the crusade. If you want to tell Erebeth everything, go ahead. It's your call. The problem's been solved. That's all I need to know. Thanks, Commander. These guys have horns. Where is she at even? Oh, she's up here. I just stopped by Mr. Trader, man.
I'm gone.
Mr. Trader Man, Mr. Trader Man, Mr. Trader Man. Trader. Where's the dude we saved at? Is he maybe in the church? I want to give him the bow and armor back if I can. And Alf, you met first time next to the body. She has no explanation as the amulet hiding alignment. Surely it's not evil.
We do it my way.
Hey, I mean her alignment is undetectable, so what am I supposed to do? Camilla greets you with a broad smile and licks her lips rapaciously. Demons dance in her eyes. Hello, my friend. You don't mind if I call you that, do you? I've done a lot of thinking since we last met. You had every reason to hand me over to the headspin, yet something stayed your hand. Whatever guides you, your promise to keep my secret makes us accomplices of sorts, even friends. Shared secrets bring people closer, don't you think, my friend? She pierces you with her stare as if she's trying to see inside your head. She's insane. Tell me about yourself. Have I not had this conversation with her? With pleasure. Friends share everything. What do you want to know? How many people I've killed? Which organs is the most delicious? I'll tell you everything. Jesus Christ. Tell me about your life in Horgus's mansion. I have no complaints. I had everything I could dream of, except freedom, which I had no need for anyway. I valued security and comfort much more than opportunity to get in trouble firsthand. I had the best fencing teachers. My mentor was a shaman from Eurasia. I wore beautiful dresses and ate sumptuous meals. A rich library kept me from getting too bored. A personal garden for my walks. I even had a puppy. A little barking bull of happiness. Some might disapprove of my father's locking me up in the mansion until I matured and gained control of my powers. He'd changed his servants as soon as they started suspecting anything. He even had steel bars installed on the windows. But I can see it was because he cared. He was protecting me from the dangers of the world, and he was protecting the world from me. Amelia is the name of a flower, right? Oh, we're friends now. Yes, it's the only thing I have left of my dearly departed half-elf mother. Father told me that she liked working in the garden so much that she even gave her child the name of a flower. And there's something else I inherited from my mother, her beauty. The young woman offers bears the hint of a smile. You know what I like most about those who inherit the future of different races? Like my mother and I? We gain the best of both worlds. By the way, before you start to pity me, I should say that I don't have the slightest affection for my mother. May her soul burn in the abyss. My father took good enough care of me for both of them. Are you bothered by the fact that Torgus never openly embraced you as his daughter? Why would that bother me? He took care of me and indulged my every whim. To thank him, I only had to lead a secluded life and keep my mouth shut. I understand his reluctance to claim a child born of a servant girl as his daughter. There's nothing wrong with looking after one's social status. Besides, you understand, Medieval society would hardly accept me, considering my peculiarities. Tell me about your connection to the spirits. I can barely remember the first time. I was just a girl back then. I only remember someone's voice in my head demanding something. I didn't even understand what it was. I was out in the garden, playing with my precious puppy. I don't know how it happened, but when it was over, the puppy's head was in my hands, and his body was laying at my feet. I remember seeing my father's healers and clerics for a few years, and even the exorcists he brought to our house. None of them were able to drive the haunting voices from my head. This continued until the old Variation woman came to live with us. She explained that I was fine. I was just highly sensitive to the pain of the land that we lived in. The voices in my head were not symptoms of insanity, but desperate prayers for help. Father paid her an unspeakable sum, and she remained at our house teaching me to talk to the spirits. He was a vicious crone and a nasty piece of work. He would hit me with a whip just for looking at her. He would yell at me when I failed to communicate with the spirits they summoned. When my father left for a few weeks on some errands, she locked me in the basement at night. Now I see that I terrified the old woman. Well, it was her fault. She should have taken the money and run while she had the chance. I was so happy when the spirits asked for her blood. Camilla licked her parched lips. Looking into her lifeless eyes, I felt such bliss as I'd never known in my life. Why did you kill her? Surely your father would have thrown her out if you told him that what she was doing. Perhaps. Anyway, I don't remember him being very upset when he discovered her corpse in the basement after returning home from his trip. Your amulet is fascinating. I've never seen anything like it. Here's her snake-shaped bone amulet in her palm. You like it? Beautiful, isn't it? But it's more than just an ornate trinket. It's a home to one of the spirits. The spirit was so weak when I found her. She was hardly anything but a small shred of rage and madness. I locked her in my amulet, and I've taken care of her ever since. I tried to talk to her. I don't know her name, so I called her Mireia. Her spirit has been growing stronger, and she asks for more and more blood. I feel like every ritual bloodletting makes her madness subside. Just a few more, and I'll be able to talk to her. Find out how to heal the lands of ancient Sarkoris. Tell me about the ritual killings you performed. I killed to learn the will of the spirits of the land. Sarkoris was torn apart by demons, and the blood of the many thousands of living creatures poisoned these lands for many years. The whirlwind keeps growing bigger and bigger. It's no surprise that the spirits of this place have gone mad and endlessly thirst for more and more blood. Only when they bathe in blood can they regain their senses, at least temporarily. But it would be a lie to say I don't enjoy what I do. She licks her lips hungrily. I remember all of them. Every last breath, shriek and sob. Every fatal stab. Blood running down the blade as I pull it from a victim's heart. The taste of the drops on my tongue. I like to watch the blood pool beneath the body as it cools. By the way, did you know that blood only flows while the heart is still pumping? That was quite a discovery for me. I opened one of my victims and watch her heart slow, beat, and then silence. Okay, I can't... what am I supposed to do with this girl? Camilla's breath grows faster and heavy and leaves her chest with a forceful rush. Her pupils are dilated and she seems to look through you, or inside you. Swallowing, Camilla brushes away a strand of hair dark as night. My connection to the spirit of old Sarkoris is overwhelming. You're a monster. Maybe right, but I'm your monster. Point at your enemies and I will bring you their hearts. Tell me what will happen if the spirits ask for my blood. I wonder. There's only one way to find out. Seeing the suspicion on her face, Camilla lets out a short laugh. Ha! I jest, of course. I promise if something like that starts to happen, I'll tell you at once. I'm loyal to you. You can trust me. We're friends. This woman is a genuine psycho. I can fix her. I can fix her. What do you think of the powers you receive from me? What do I think of them? I love them. I always feel special, and my ability to talk to spirits was proof of that, but now I feel that I can do anything. Tear someone in half, demon or human, freeze a beating heart in someone's chest with a simple look or a mere thought. With a wish I can make the blood of a living being flow in the wrong direction. It is celestial bliss, my friend. I'm grateful to you for giving it to me. Love her, hug her, take care of her. Open your heart to me has a whole new meaning now. Sometimes I find severed heads in my bags. Is that your handiwork? What good are they to me? Camilla's voice is bored and indifferent. The moment life leaves the body, now that is exciting. In the moments that follow, when the body is cooling down rapidly, losing the last of its warmth, I'm filled with sweet languor. The cold corpse that remains just a corpse, it holds no interest for me. Okay, Okay, you don't have to drop the heads in my bag, then just drop them anywhere else. Are you still trying to learn something from the spirit in your amulet? Maria, the spirit's cold that's locked in my amulet is only slowly awakening. I need to give her blood to lift the shroud of madness so I can talk to her. Can't you just use the blood from the people that I murder? I don't understand. Camilla's eyes grow cloudy. Sarkoris is in pain, I can feel it, as you commanded. I have not fed her spirit, that's why. Alas, I haven't been able to lift Maria's madness, or heal the land's suffering. I'll talk later. I gotta find a way
Follow if you dare.
to fix her, I guess. Oh, man. Oh, she is, like, insane.
I'm off.
Listen to your heart when it's in Camillea's hand. I gotta look for that dude. I have no idea where he went though, so I gotta speak to Horgus too. Does anyone know where the Priest of Wrestle goes? Is it in the church? Like, why would it even be on the map? Berenguer? The cheerful twinkle in the old paladin's eyes. I swore I'd never fight under a banner of the Crusade again, yet here I am. Are you finding it here? Alright, just settling in. I spent years battling wind, snow, poisonous rain, and beasts deformed by the wound. Cultists and demons. I'm happy to finally trade it all in for more pleasant company. How many years did you live as a recluse? I enlisted as a crusader between the second and third crusade and left a few years after the third ended. How long's that? I've been roaming the wound longer than some people have been alive. Berenguer is silent for a moment, then adds reluctantly. I roamed the wound, traveled to its depths, and had no intent of ever rejoining the Crusaders, but panic has been spreading through the enemy's ranks recently. First they gathered a large army and marched off somewhere, then only shreds of their army returned. Then the Templars started swarming like ants whose heels had been kicked. Demons were running back and forth. It was clear something had them scared. I wanted to find out what. I heard the few words here, picked up a note from the dead cultist there. That's how I found out about you, Commander. That reminds me, those cultists thought you were an angel of some kind, and they believed that soon Daskari would send one of his favorite generals to rip your head off. What do you plan on doing? That's exactly what I wanted to discuss, Commander. I can help your army, but we have to decide how. I spent many years in the wound, and I know it well. I've seen which roads and cultists use most often. I can give all the information I have to your scouts, but it'll take time. I'll have to show them and not tell them. Or I could train your recruits, teach them how to better handle the wound's foul weather. That would also take time, so you decide which task I should set myself to. I think both of these are nice, but maybe do train recruits. Train recruits it will help save lives. As you say, just the place for a gray-haired paladin, dousing young hotheads with cold knowledge. Berenguer's experience. My name is Berenguer. Yes.
I do what I must.
Wouter, Erastil, Priest. What's that guy called? Wouter, Priest of Erastil. Temple of the Good Hunt, is that where it was? No. Yeah. Kiado is his name. Uh... Every question is like, is there any way to not kill him in a temple? I don't know. I don't know where he went. I don't know where I'm supposed to find him at. Do you think he might be in the inn or something?
I'm gone.
Let's talk about Camellia and her peculiarities. I take it you know about that now, too. Horgus sighs heavily. What's the point in discussing it? Go and speak to her. I don't know much about it. A Eurasian shaman I hired to help Camellia said she communicates with spirits. Hears her voices or something. Too bad the old woman couldn't help. The voices whispered something to my daughter, and she sacrificed a Eurasian to them, right there in the mansion cellar. Horgus wipes his sweat from his forehead. What was I supposed to do? I couldn't throw Camellia out on the street. I couldn't turn her over to the guards. I'm her father, you know. Perhaps help was what she needed, but I didn't wish to make those incidents public. The Gurm's name mustn't be sullied by a scandal. That's why I locked Camellia in the mansion, so she would remain out of the public eye. Who knows when a spirit might whisper something to her. I changed the servants every few months so that they wouldn't discover anything they shouldn't. Sometimes thieves snuck into the mansion, or my guards would catch some bandits attacking my routine while traveling. The roads in Mendev are not very safe. I turned such people over to Camellia to pacify her spirits. I'm telling you this now, and it terrifies me, but I didn't have a choice. Camilla says that she's about to get through to the spirit of Sarkoris and learn how to heal the land. Maybe it's nonsense, but what if it isn't? What if it's important? Do I have the right to hold such a crucial endeavor? Morgan stops and casts a vicious glance at you. Don't forget that I'm only telling you this because you found out our secret. If it's a trial or a scandal, I'll deny everything. I'm not let any disgrace the honored name of the Gwyrms. The Gwyrms! It's actually pretty warm today.
We do it my way.
He said he would meet me in Dresden, but so far not happening. Check out this mask I found. This writing on the inside. Nenio snatches the mask from your hands and examines it from every angle. Looks like an average mask, smells like mold, tastes like yuck, disgusting. The eye holes are. Puts the mask on and looks at you through it. Utterly unremarkable. Yet I sense something hidden magic in the mask. I bet my encyclopedia that it must be the answers to one of the riddles of those statues in the nameless ruins. The writing on the inside looks very much like like one of the answers. All we have to do is find 4 such masks and bring them to the statues. Sure. Just one thing. Okay, let's check the other inn, and then we'll head to the main building, and then we'll probably finish the dialogue there, and then we'll call for the day. And then we'll get to Act 3 or Act 4, and then we'll finish Act 4 real quick, and once we're at Act 4, we'll go to Act 5. We'll kill the Scari, pull the GG.
Follow if you dare.
Yeah, if this is supposed to be here, I don't know where it is. Maybe it hasn't arrived yet, for some reason. I would like to give him the bow and stuff back, though. An old half-elf woman bows to you. She is stately despite her years, with grey strands in her carefully combed hair and graceful figure. Ria Neath, representative of the Freery Dazzle & Co. trading house in Nerosian, at your service? The woman hands you a business card printed on expensive paper with gold lettering. I have a formal offer for the merchants of Dresden regarding the procurement of construction materials and for a personal matter, which I'm afraid only you can help me with. You want to trade here? Yes, for a while I have product samples of what our trading house has to offer. If you need something, you will easily find me in the fortress. But to be honest, I can discuss supplies with you, your subordinates. What kind of personal matter? Alexander, I would prefer not to talk about it here. Please find me in the fortress, then we'll talk. Alright, I'll find you when I have time. Thank you. Boom, boom, boom. The hand of the inheritor's voice is full of sorrow. Champion, I've come to speak of important matters. This war has claimed the lives of countless mortals. Each of us warriors of heaven regrets that we cannot part the skies, descend to Golarion as a shining host, and deliver you from evil. The natural order demands that the forces of heaven do not intervene. Only a few such as myself can engage in this battle, but even these can do much. Few can do much good. We may not be shining hosts, but even a handful of angels is a force to be reckoned with. So tell us how we may help. Shall we arm ourselves with swords and fight beside your warriors, or shall we bestow power upon your priests? We shall gladly do everything we can, as long as it does not upset the world order. Let us Navlios in all its splendor descend to Golarion. Such are the laws of the universe. We may fight evil elsewhere, but we must not invade the material plane. The same is true for all other powers. If we violate the prohibitions, other forces will follow, leading to war 1,000 times more terrible than this one. The Abyss, Abaddon, Axis, Heaven, and all other planes would invade the material plane. So they will not fall behind their rivals in claiming mortal souls. The war should shatter reality itself. Would shatter. What exactly do you suggest? We can answer the call of your wizards and priests. If your servants use magic to summon us, we will come and fight for you. If you ask us for power, we will gladly share it and teach them arcane arts that will protect and strengthen your army. Someone's posted materials to the target, okay. All units in the target army take mythic damage. Additionally, evil creatures take... Okay. This is pretty good, what the hell? Ooh, all generals learn a spell that does damage? Oh, hell yeah. It would help a lot before you clear them up, yeah, for sure. It shall be done. May our gifts bring strength to your warriors, deliver them from danger, and grant you victory in this war. Commander, what's your succubus pal done this time? What are you talking about? You don't know either, huh? Weird. Who gave the order, then? Arisha locked up in Dresden's dungeon. Let's find out who gave the order to jail her and who carried it out, but I came up empty-handed. What's the story there, then? If you ask me, it's one of two things. Either it was you who secretly ordered her arrest, or it was Arisha herself, and she just felt like locking herself up in a cell. Which one seems more likely to you? Another victory for people to rest? Yeah, spam resting is pretty good, huh? Have you noticed anything odd about her recently? I suppose I have. She's been even more secretive than usual. Or my people would spot her every now and then as she observed the ordinary folk going about their business. But lately she's been spending most of her time holed up somewhere in the outskirts of the city, away from people. Oh, and one more thing, believe it or not, but one of my spies swear he heard her crying out there on her own. I'll definitely talk to her. All we know is that we know nothing at all. Talking to her might be a good idea. I'm rooting for her redemption just like you, but we can tell what's going on inside the head of a demon who's trying to turn good. Knight Commander, the young knight Clem drops a knee before you. He has noticeably matured since your previous meeting in the Blackwing Library, where you saved him from being burned alive. But his sharp gaze, aristocratic features, and soft voice are just as you remember. By order from Majesty, Queen Galfrey, the Order of the Flaming Lance has come to be of service to you. What does your order do? Our order devotes itself to mystical research and the pursuit of secret knowledge. We spend just as much time on spells as we do on prayers and weapon drills. At the end of the day, our enemy is not of this world, which means that to fight it, we need knowledge that is not of this world either. You're now the head of the order? Then not sadly, alas yes, our former leader, Sister Mimir, disappeared from Canabras not long before the demons attacked. She's considered missing, but almost everyone believes that she has perished. He also had a leaflet to you, a operative stern-looking half-elf woman print. Oh, this is the quest. Sister Miamir, if by chance you should find her, alive or the Night's Foot falters, if you learn anything about her fate, our order and I personally would be eternally grateful to you. You mean Miamir? I saw her near Wintersun on a cliff next to a petrified tree. A petrified tree, but of course, in Canabria she was reading a history of the petrified library. I fear that she had gone to the stone wilds, but if one of those trees is here, oh, inheritor, the mission is in grave danger. Commander, do you know the history of these trees? They were enchanted by druids from Old Sarkoris to guard knowledge hidden within them. The druids resorted to using an unholy rite to turn the trees to stone, and themselves into Sayabris, undead whose hatred for all living creatures almost equals the hatred for demons. I can't waste any time. I'm going to help Sister Miamir. Will you accompany me? Sayabris are extremely dangerous, but if she's still alive, we have a chance to save her. Commander, Dordril Linda's one eye is looking at her grimly. Next to her stands a shackled half-elf. This is Corporal Nicol Bartley. He was detained while stealing army property. During interrogation, he admitted to being one of the leaders of the Fellows of the Crusade. Let's say, based on this account, we verified and arrested the rest of the leaders of the Fellows. The law says this kind of offense is wartime warrants and noose. He just nickeled a sullen look. But they are our soldiers after all. We fought together more than once. It's rotten hanging your comrades. I say we boot them all the way to Nerosin in chains. Let them be tried like common thieves. They'll serve their time, and hopefully these sorry excuses for bandits will rise up a bit. What bandits? Bandits would have already hightailed it from Dresden. These guys are alright. We could use them for things. We don't split on your mates, Kiryu. That's low. Let's tuck them away in some far-off garrison, and if anybody asks, we'll say they legged it. They have stumbled on their criminals, but they're also mortals who've chosen to risk their lives in order to stop the demonic invasion. Surely that mitigates their guilt at least a little. There's no need for trials or gallows. We should show mercy and give them a chance to atone for what they've done. Well, I think they're bandits, plain and simple. And the gallows is where they belong. I can tie nooses for every one of them myself if you'd like. Corporal Bartley, tell me exactly what you did. I did what I did. Nicol looks at you defiantly. I won't lie, I'll tell you everything, and you can do what you will. Pardon me if you like, and if not, go ahead and execute me. Here's how it went. In the last battle, some of our company ran into some enemies with an infected plague. When they got back to the barracks, half of them came down with something. They were hot as coals and raving, crying, green slime of tears, and the smell, they were rotting alive. The healers helped everyone they could, bless them, but there just weren't enough healing potions for everyone. So my guys are lying there, rotting away, and the quartermaster at Kerr, he just shrugs. We're out, he says, looking at me all smug. Well, we roughed him up a little, checked his cabinet, and what do you know? He did have potions, a whole crate of them. We ran straight back to the infirmary, and we saved our friends. And that was it. They shackled us and brought us to you for judgment. If you think I'm a criminal, then fine, sentence me, but I reckon that the real criminals here are the quartermasters. They just sit there, fat and happy, hoarding all the goods the kingdom gave them. Meanwhile, we're flopping about in the dirt and the blood, and if we need anything, the answer is always the same. We're out. Corporal Bartley forgot to mention that he beat the quartermaster almost to death and left him to bleed out. It's a miracle the poor man's still breathing, and that the healing potions were intended for common staff. The quartermaster had an order. He was to die sooner than let anyone else steal items of the strategic importance. The death of a trained officer is much heavier blow than the death of a common soldier. Without capable officers, our losses would grow tenfold. Was there to mention a dozen previous cases of theft, which cannot be so neatly excused by a touching concern for his comrades, and a whole warehouse worth of stolen goods he stashed near the city walls. Kushinda shakes her head, grimly glowering at Nicol. No way around it, lads. You've been caught. We have to punish you. Otherwise we can kiss goodbye to any sense of order. Corporal, do you have anything to say in your defense? Can't pull it all on us. We're soldiers. We're told to survive to fight another day, and that's exactly what we're doing. It's our blood that pays for the victories, and if we're winning, and Mendev still can't give us what we need, then they're scumbags, not us. Your manifesto was so full of compassion. All those nice words about the brotherhood of soldiers. We bought it. We didn't eat properly. We put every coin we earned on the battlefield and to good use because you said that is for the good of the crusade. But when it's about our own good, it's just bad. And now you see now you send us to the gallows, some brotherhood. I'd like to discuss our options with the council. Of course, let's talk it through. We can't make a rush decision like this. Well, Jeff, what's your suggestion? Remember how you pulled me from behind the bars in Canabris? You ever regret it since? Wooljeff falters. Actually, don't answer that. Anyway, what I mean is, they may be thieves, but they're still here, in the world God's damn wound, fighting demons, even though they could have been miles away from here by now if they wanted. Alright, they messed up, but those are our guys, and we need them in this war. Save their skins now, and they'll be loyal to you forever. Hush this all up and keep it out of court. Send them off to some remote fort somewhere. They won't forget your kindness, just wait. They'll fight for you until they die, or we win. Arshel, what's your opinion? Commander, we're more than an army. We're crusaders, a holy brotherhood that protects this beautiful world from absolute evil. These people have committed a crime and need to be punished, but we can't treat them like common marauders. There can be no place for whips and gallows on this sacred march. Spare them. Give them a chance to atone, as you did for me. You'll see it'll work better than the most severe punishment. Yeah, what is the point of punishing criminals anyway? We can just wag our finger at them and ask for a pinky promise never to do it again. And tomorrow, those dirtbags will steal our whole citadel, one brick at a time, to build themselves a nice little mansion with a view of the wound. Lan, what's your advice? Are these the acts of a crusader? No. They're the acts of a highwayman, and at the end of the highwayman, there's a tall tree with a sturdy branch waiting for them. The fact that they are crusaders doesn't excuse them. On the contrary, their crimes are corrupting our army from the inside. There can be no prisons for them, only execution. And let it be known to all, if anyone pockets a single button from our spoils ever again, let alone commit a robbery, they'll share the same fate. They're not some outsiders. They broke the law, yes, but before that, didn't they prove that they are ready to die for complete strangers? I agree that they should do penance for their sins, but they should do it here, among us, repentantly serving the Crusader cause. Urslinda, what's your solution to this? We're at war, and in war there's only one sentence for this type of thing, execution from the ranks. But warriors of the Crusade should get some sort of leniency for their past deeds, shouldn't they? I looked into the records of every fellow, and let me say, none of them have ever faltered in combat. None of them have ever abandoned their comrades. They fought with daring and bravery. They're giving it their all, and the other soldiers respect them. It feels awful to hang people like that. We'll send them to Nerosi and let the judge give them 5 or 2 years of labor. Then they say it clears their head right up. But this is already low. Yeah, they clearly forgot that in Mendev, only nobles and rich people are allowed to steal. Oh, pardon me, not steal, collect taxes and care about their wealthy selves. And if a simple lad grabs a loaf without permission because he's starving to death, his option is our gallows and our labor. Man, I love this country we're protecting. Oh yeah, I think I agree with the most of the Aura Shale here, probably. Breach-controlled region, okay. Ooh, okay, I like that. That's okay. 5%. Aura will give them a chance to redeem themselves. Thank you. I know better than anyone how strong the grip of sin can be, but if even I am able to fight it, then surely they're not without hope. I'm certain your mercy will raise the soldier spirits and serve as a worthy example. I hope that it does for our fellows' problem. Who knows, maybe our supply situation is finally sorted and I won't have to assemble the logistic council in full again. We can only hope. Oh, we got it. Nice. Cool. Day 33. So day 34 might be the day where we switch chapters, huh? Probably not. Maybe close though. Well, that was a good session one. I guess maybe I'll do some more spam resting next time just to see if we can get more events out of the place. Maybe just spam rest until it stops giving me new stuff. Might be a play. Well, I got an announcement about the new Kingdom Come game, apparently. Going for Act 4, maybe. Apparently this is what the Kingdom Come people are doing. Is it a city builder? That's what my email said, right? If you love Kingdom Come Deliverance and the story behind its creation, you're gonna want to hear this. Warner Studios once took a bold step launching Kingdom Come via Kickstarter to prove those passionate audience for a story. Now the new project taken out, Torch of Valor, or Legacy of Valor. They have a YouTube video for it. Jesus Christ.
I didn't betray you.
I don't want to see story stuff. It's a single-player co-op medieval RPG that blends castle building, territory management, large battles, and sweeping narrative. That sounds cool. I mean, I like this. This looks really cool. I don't know how this is gonna work, but I like the aesthetic of that. Looks very Kingdom Come too, so that's probably stretch goals. See, okay, 100. So 100K is what they're asking for, which they've already almost reached. Professional voice or for all dialogue, English plus Czech at 130. Okay. Mounted combat at 170. Jesus Christ. Epic real-time battles with dozens to hundreds of units at 220k. Online co-op multiplayer. Wait, but co-op, they're doing that anyway. The co-op multiplayer thing is says in the thing, right? Unlike additional visual sets, NPCs gain unique daily routines reacting to time, weather, and player choices at 450k. I mean, I think this is interesting, but I feel like a lot of this should just be actual features in the game without needing to be kickstarted. First of all, these people made more than enough money from Kingdom Come Deliverance to copies sold. How much did they sell? There's like 5 million? Okay, so they sold 3 million copies of Kingdom Come Deliverance too. So, I mean, they have money, first of all. Secondly, I feel like some of this, like, should just be regular parts of the game, right? Husbandry, caravan trade, advanced siege weaponry, living world AI system. Animals migrate, bandits form camps. This would be insane if they did this. This is like what every game wants to do, and no game has managed to do. That would be crazy if they could do that. This is like Star Citizen levels of like coping right now. Cinematic cameras, animations, and full story cutscenes. Bard plays, festivals not for your lands, boosting morale. Raise your noble ranks, managing vessels, naval travel. I mean, the stuff they're promising, like, this is like unironically Star Citizen levels of cope. If they can do it, that would be cool. But is this AI art? I feel like this is AI art. This is 100% ChatGPT art. This is the exact art style that ChatGPT does. Seems AI. I mean, it 100% is AI art. Do I have? That seems a bit lazy. You can make your little thumbnails real art even. Like here's one of our I'll open this here. This is like one of our Machima pictures. Look at the colors and stuff here, and then look at the colors and stuff here. Look at like how the texturing, right? If you see like the texturing in the background, how everything has like a little bit of like a weird texturing to it. Exact same stuff happening here. This is almost guaranteed AI art. This one might not be. No, it probably is. Yeah, definitely. Let's look at the background. That seems pretty lazy. And I don't care about AI art usage, but these people make enough money to not have AI art for their small little tier images, you know what I mean? Oh, hey. Oh, yeah, what's the biggest one? First 24 hours, immortalized legend. Become a major character in the game, face plus voice acting, lifetime invitation to select dev meetings. What the hell? That's so dumb. This is bad. Become a major character? That's awful. Hmm. They even have going to have AI in the game controlling bandits and other animals and such. Jesus Christ. I mean, I feel like a lot of the stuff they're showing here and writing about are things that are stretch goals, which is a bit weird, right? Like stretch goals. This feels this feels very sketchy to me. I don't. This is a sketchy Kickstarter. Like stretch goals are supposed to be like, in my opinion, I know people use different things, but generally speaking, a stretch goal is supposed to be like, if we reach this goal, then we will have the funds, or we will see that there's an interest to do this thing. But for instance, online co-op multiplayer, that's already part of the description. / co-op medieval RPG, right? So that's already part of the description. So they're already doing that. So what they're doing here basically is they're like teasing features they're gonna have in the game to hype people up to donate more money, essentially, right? Which, first of all, they don't actually. I don't even think they need this money because they already had a super successful game with Kingdom Come Deliverance 1 and 2. So I don't even think they need this funding to begin with. But secondly, they're like abusing stretch goals for general features that they're gonna have in the game anyway. To be like, oh, but if hey guys, if you reach 2 million, we'll do this thing. That's a little bit. I think that's a little bit sketchy. I don't like that. And also, the stuff they're promising here is unironically Star Citizen levels of game design, like doing the migrating animals. This thing, living world AI systems. Animals migrate, bandits form camps, and nobles respond to your rise in real time. This stuff is really extremely hard to do. Like no game has done this successfully. At least not. Maybe games like Hunting Simulator or whatever. But games that are like this game is promising to be broad, right? It's supposed to have real-time, large-scale battles with hundreds of units, castle and kingdom building, NPCs with unique daily routines that react to time, weather, and player choices, seasonal farming, livestock stock breeding, like all of this stuff together, doing all of that successfully in one game. That is Star Citizen levels of like unbelievable. There's like two worlds for this game. There's like 3 worlds. One, it releases a pretty mediocre game that does barely any of this in any success. 2, they managed to do some of this successfully. Or 3, it becomes Star Citizen and they're just like, oh, we're releasing soon, guys. Yeah, any moment now we're gonna release a game with all the stuff in it. Like imagine doing all of this, and on top of that you have naval travel. You know what I mean? Explore islands, build ports, travel and trade, expand to the seas. Yeah, like. Yeah, I don't like this. This is bad. I would never back this project. Q4 2027 release. Yeah, like this is a bullshit Kickstarter. I don't like this. How do I download this? That made me want to play. That made me want to play Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 less. All right, well that's it for me. Love you all. Appreciate you all. I'll see if someone's online before I leave. I'll be back around time on Thursday playing more Wrath of the Righteous. We'll maybe advance Act 4 depending on how long that takes us. But that's something to look forward to. We did a lot of cool stuff today. Have a great rest of your Tuesdays. I will see you all on Thursday. For being late today, I'll try to figure out Maybe get like a new alarm app or something. But that's it for me. Love you all. Appreciate you all. Bye bye. Now dance. Like